Alright. I think this is working. Alright, let me get this all set up here. Yep. Where am I? Alright. Time to start the stream. I think I'm going to play a little bit of some Pets. Feeling a little under the weather today. Unfortunately. But it's not Corona, I swear. It's I was out in the cold yesterday with no proper glove wear, and I think I might have caught a common cold. Unfortunately. It's not Corona, I swear. But to be extra precautious, just in case, they're probably going to advise for me to stay from my in-person class today, computer science at 3:30. So unless I get told otherwise to come to class, I guess I'll be streaming for a little bit. Here we are. World of Warships. Played a little bit earlier. Had some success. I gotta get these weekly Havoc challenges done so that way I can make sure that I get the Siegfried at the end of the battle pass. All right, let's go Tirpitz. Have the guns turn to the right. The light turn to the left. I'm drinking a lot of water today during this stream, because man, oh man, my throat is just killing me. But I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best to talk. You need support. Over here, it's just me in Colorado. If anyone needs support, it's us. Oh, this guy's got the Siegfried already? Oh, he's like me when I went super tryhard. Spent $100 on Battle Pass the moment it comes out. Captain Saxy on the march. Let's get in there, Colorado. Or at least I'll get in there, because I'm a brawler battleship after all. Oh, there's an Iowa. Going full broadside. Even with Tirpitz's inaccurate guns and weak penetration, I can still penetrate your citadel, buddy. So, be careful if I were you. Oh, keep the guns on the right. Who do we have over here? Queen Elizabeth. Okay. Ah, we have the Siegfried coming over here to help. That's good. Get to see the ship in action finally. Great secondaries and torpedoes means crappy guns that disperse like a shotgun. Alright, let me slow it down. Oh, there's the Queen Elizabeth. Is he firing at me? He's firing at me. Or she's firing at me. Every ship but the Bismarck is referred to as a she. The only reason I refer to Bismarck as a he is because the captain of the ship was once quoted saying that Bismarck was so powerful it could never be considered a female. So, a bit, well, some people might consider that maybe a bit sexist, but I respect that, I suppose. So I just call it a he. Alright, well, I'm gonna back up a little bit until Colorado and Siegfried get here. Oh, it looks like we have a friendly Massachusetts coming to help as well, so that's good.
The ship is on fire.
Alright, yeah, there's a destroyer, right? Oh my god. Secondaries, rip 'em. Alright, I'm gonna assume those were the Iowa guns that just ripped me a new one. There goes my torpedoes, for the meantime at least.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Oh, and there's the enemy torpedoes. I should be able to survive these, I hope. No, I'm not gonna live. I'm gonna die. That's fine. Alright, well, I don't think that a battleship, that destroyer coming out of nowhere was not on my plans. Actually, when I started backing up, I forgot he was there. Although I did see his torpedoes. That's a tactical error on my part. But I don't think a destroyer for a battleship is a very fair trade. I don't think that's a fair trade at all. I think that's a terrible trade. I still do my Trump voice while I'm sick. Or at least semi-sick. You know, it's just been my throat. Nothing more. Alright, well, I do gotta continue working on Shiratsuyu. So that way I can get to the Akatsuki, I think it is? Yeah, it's the Akazuki. Akazuki, and then it's the Kagero up top. Akatsuki is the tier 5 normal destroyer, I think. I think it's the torpedo-based destroyer for the Japanese. This one is the gunnery-focused ships for the line of destroyers for the Japanese. Excellent AAs, but you won't get to use that quite yet until the tier 7 aircraft carriers come out later this year. Or at least the tier 5 aircraft carrier, which comes out this week, I believe next Monday perhaps, if I'm not mistaken. Alright. What ships do I have over here with me? The New Mexico, rocking a very nice camo. I actually like that camo in the New Mexico. That's cool. And the T-61. Alright. Well, me and T-61 gotta go out ahead. Escort the New Mexico. I just hope he does his job and takes out the cruisers. Yep. Earlier I got into a game with Shiratsuyu, and my battleships would not focus this one cruiser that was keeping me. I think it was the French cruiser, forgetting its name, but it was a French cruiser, and these battleships just refused to take it out, and they have the audacity to ask me for intelligence data. How the hell do you expect me to get close enough to do anything to the battleships, or to get you any sort of data, if you can't take out the one cruiser that's in my way? But it's whatever. Ay. Yeah, this game could be summed up in a few simple words. Do your job, please. I hope that aircraft doesn't spot me. 19 seconds. I'm gonna get a little closer to the mountains so that way it can't see me. Slow down speed. Alright, so what do we have here? We got a New Orleans coming in. And we got a Minsk. And we got a Devonshire. I think I have yet to run into any of the new British cruisers, the new British cruiser line. I've run into a few in some other games, but not as a destroyer. So I'm not sure if he's gonna rip me a new one, but he probably will since he's a cruiser in the first place. Alright. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. Fix the resolution real quick. On my phone. 720. Holy God! .720p is the only thing I can... Ah! Please no. Holy crap. Holy mackerels. I did not know that guy was coming around. Alright, so not a good first 2 games, but that's alright. That's alright. Well, yeah. Yeah, not a good first 2 games. Tirpitz is still in battle. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, I suppose I had a successful game with Kai earlier. That was actually a really fun game. I'll play Massachusetts for a little bit. And then I gotta play a little bit of some Yahagi, so that way I can get Yahagi's flag, which I find to be one of the better flags in the game. I happen to like that it's the rising sun, but with the Yahagi in front of it. I think that's super cool. That clearing of my throat made it feel a little better. Alright. So, we're going in with yet another battleship. This one, American battleship. Amazing secondary guns on this one. The Massachusetts. I definitely like it better than I like the South Dakota, which I also have. Because I spent way too much money on this game. Alright, I have 2 Kutuzovs here. Alright, Kutuzov. Yeah, that's amazing. 2 Kutuzovs. We are practically immovable over here on this side. I think that this is the only American battleship that I run the secondary modifications on, because it's the only American battleship that could actually make use of it. With the range of them, something around, I think, 10 kilometers with all that I've got on it. Or maybe 9.9, maybe 8, somewhere around there. Very, very long range secondaries, that's my point. I hope that these guys are able to take care of any enemy destroyers that try to come grab me. But the Kutuzov is pretty long range, so I don't think they'll be getting on point anytime soon to get down and dirty. I hope our destroyer isn't AFK. That would be bad. Oh, he's got the Yahagi flag. This is the flag I'm talking about. It's right there next to the Japanese flag. It's just a larger rising sun with I think it either it's the Yahagi or it's a little stream in front of it. I just find it so cool. And I want that flag, but I just don't want to play Yahagi on normal tier 4 matches. I've played a lot of Yahagi on the airstrike game mode, because it's by far one of the best ships to use superior AAs, and it feels like a tier 5 battleship. It feels like a tier 5 ship in a dressed as a tier 4. But I just don't want to play it on normal tier 4 games. So that's why I don't have that Yahagi flag yet. But that's the flag right over there. It's pretty good. I like it. I think it looks cool. See if we can hit the Massachusetts on the other side. So I've been spotted, so... Oh. So there's a Massachusetts there. But, yep, I was just about to point out that it's probably a destroyer that noticed me. And there is a destroyer over there. Evident by the smoke. Either that's a destroyer, or let me see if they have a... Oh, it could be the Belfast. Just looking at the amount of shells coming over here, that could very well be the Belfast, which is hiding over there in that smoke screen. So we have the Bismarck here. Udachi is finally back in the game. See if I can line up the guns correctly. Maybe I can... nope. Can't see Massachusetts anymore. Alright, but I can see that Massa right over there. So I'm gonna go for this one. Alright. And the Massa over here has finally realized me. Let me point out to my teammates that I could use some assistance taking this guy down, especially since there's 2 Kutuzovs here. Alright, 1 Kutuzov responded. That's good. The other Kutuzov might be preoccupied with the other Massachusetts, so as long as I got one of them helping me to pepper this guy, I'd appreciate it. Yep, here we go. Let's see how this battle turns out. It's gonna come down to a few things. How much help I get to pepper down his health. Oh, he's got a Belfast helping him. That's alright.
The ship is on fire.
And who gets the better angles with the shells? So far it looks like I'm winning this battle. If I had to take a bet, I'd take a bet on me coming out of this alive. Alright. Let me activate my secondary modification. To get plenty more secondary shells in. I will continue to get peppered by that. Oh, there's a Cleveland over there as well. But the Belfast is going to keep shooting at me as long as she can. And it looks like Massachusetts might be trying to pull a angles to where he can hit me, but he's not going to get the chance to. Yep. Well, I called that one correctly. The Belfast is out of her smoke. Let me slow down, as I don't want to continuously get peppered by her. Slow down to 1/4 speed. Call out the Belfast. Oh, and she's disappeared. And there she is. So, if I could get just one solid shot on that Belfast, just give me one solid shot. That's all I want. One salvo. There she is. She's not as broadside anymore, but I'll still take my salvo. Not very well angled by me. Still got one shell in there. Looks like she's trying to start a fire on me. Alright, let me start reversing. Maybe throw off the trajectory of some of these shots. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Let me try and predict where she's gonna go. Oh, I over-predicted that one. Alright. Let me start turning the ship, because I'm way too broadside to the John Bart, which is back there. And if he realizes that I'm here and decides to take a shot, which... oh, no, that's the Ricciolu, not the John Bart. No, it's the same class of ship. But, yep. Just as I called it, he took the shot. Did not want to take that full broadside, trust me. Take a shot. Oh, Cleveland just disappeared. Oh, there he is. He's turning. Let me try and predict that correctly. I should have let it out a little bit more. Dang. Alright. Well, I now only have my 2 front guns able to shoot at the enemy, which is fine. I don't exactly need to get that back gun involved unless I'm full broadside or I'm shooting at something behind me. Who's giving me trouble? Is it the Ricciolu? Which I can take a shot on now. He is broadside. That looks like a good shell grouping. Not too much damage though. Alright, there's the John Bart that I noticed earlier. Okay, so they do have a John Bart. A Ricciolu, a John Bart, King George, a Cleveland, a Belfast, and a Udachi. If I had to pick out a ship that scares me the most out of that, it would be definitely the Jean Bart, of course, because, you know, indestructible, literally pay to win, from that one battle pass, and, oh god, and Udachi. As you can see, the Udachi actually hasn't been spotted at all. Looking at the map, there's only 5 ships that have been spotted, and not the full 7. How many ships am I counting here? 1, 2... Yeah, there's only 5 there. Okay, so there's a cruiser somewhere. Or, actually, no, not a cruiser. A battleship. There's a battleship missing somewhere. So there's a battleship that has not been spotted. Wait. 1, 2... There he is. 3. He's finally been spotted. Okay. He just came onto the radar. Yeah, that's interesting. Hadn't been spotted all game, and there he is. He's finally made an appearance. And he's full health, as you might expect from someone who was just sitting in the back of the map. Let me see if I can try and take as much health off this John Bart as possible. Slow down, maybe even stay behind these mountains. Because to be quite frank with you, there's 3 against 6, and there's not a good chance we win this match. Not at all. So, whatever gives me better position to try and stay alive, I will do so. The only thing we have going for us is the fact that we have A, B, and we may have almost tried to get C. I'm certainly not pushing into C at the moment. I am getting peppered by everybody and their mother. I will let the destroyer do his job and capture the point, and I will back up as much as I can and try to target these cruisers that are coming in now. For those of you who have stopped by to watch the stream, I appreciate it. I'm feeling a little bit sick today, so I'm doing my best to give as good a commentary as I can. Oh, there's the Cleveland. Take a shot on him. I will leave the fire to up, and it appears as though Udachi has got me. As I said, the Udachi and the John Bart were the 2 I was afraid of. Udachi had not been spotted all game, so I had no idea where he could have been. And there he is. Udachi. Or there she is, more so. How unfortunate. Yep, I called it. If I had to guess the 2 ships that could have eliminated me out of that game, it would have been Udachi and John Bart, and Udachi got to me first. Oh, I have 3 crates apparently. Means I probably completed challenges with my Shiratsuyu and my Turpitz game. Which challenges they are, I will check to now. Weekly Havoc. Okay, so I most likely completed the 750,000 credits. And I probably completed a weekly challenge in order for me to get another crate. I have to get these weekly challenges done as quickly as possible. I have a day off tomorrow from classes, so I should be able to perhaps even finish the challenges tomorrow, depending on how much I play. Alright, and let's see if I pull a cruiser here. One of these new British cruisers. I would not mind trying it out, although I am not a big British ship player. If you actually look at my British ship line, it's one of the most incomplete out of all of my ship lines that I have gone through. Of them, it is actually not even one of the most, it is the most incomplete of my ship lines. Let me see. If there are any suggestions as to what ship I should play next, I would gladly accept them. There's only quite a few ships that I don't have. Only a few that I don't have, I should say. And those being most of the tier 7 destroyers. Most of the tier 7 destroyers I don't have quite yet. Okay, let me play with the key again for the meantime. I really enjoy playing the ship. I enjoy playing it more than I enjoy playing the Amagi, which is interesting. If you actually look at, well, that has that amount of XP so far, but I have little to no upgrades on these two ships. Because even though I enjoy playing the Kai more than I enjoy playing the Amagi, I don't enjoy playing either of them, you know, that often. They're not two ships that I come back to all the time. And they're definitely not the two ships I prefer of the Japanese line. Of the Japanese line of battleships, if I had to choose my favorite, it would most certainly be the Nagato. The Nagato is my favorite of the Japanese battleships. And every time I come across it in a game, I literally have no idea what to do because they are indestructible when I find them. Just a little bit of some bad history between me and the Nagato. So we have 1 destroyer, 3 cruisers, and 5 battleships. So I think it's best we get rid of those cruisers as soon as possible, and hopefully one of our 3 cruisers will be able to find and destroy that one destroyer. Get him out of the way as soon as possible. The Kai, like the Amagi, is more so a long-range Japanese battleship. It is not meant for me to go storming onto point A, so I will not be doing so, and I hope people understand why. It's like storming into a point with an Iowa, knowing damn well that you're going to get absolutely obliterated. You don't just storm in there recklessly. If I get a taste of the waters and see that it's okay, I will move in with the Kai. But I will most certainly not be moving in with the Kai right now. Alright, I have a friendly Scharnhorst here next to me. I enjoy shots like this, where 2 battleships are moving next to each other. And we have a Cleveland that's going out ahead of us. A Gneisenau that's coming to provide assistance. Okay, I think we're all set up. For the meantime, I need to get into a position now where I can shoot my guns, because my guns are of no use being behind mountains. I need to make sure that I get myself into a position where I can both take cover and stay distance, but also shoot. Alright, so it looks like the Scharnhorst is going to move up. Be not mistaken, the Scharnhorst is like a larger cruiser. Hence why it was built as a battle cruiser by the Kriegsmarine in World War II. But here it's designated as a battleship, but it's more of a mimic battleship, you can call it. It is not an actual battleship. Alright, let me start moving full speed. Get myself into a position faster. And let me launch one of my planes to spot anyone who may need to be spotted. And provide some intelligence data for my team. Now, this Vanguard might see a broadside Kai and go, oh my god, free XP. And he would be right in doing so. It looks like he's going to continue targeting the Scharnhorst. And the Gneisenau has finally showed up. Yep, there it is. I really hope my Citadel doesn't get hit during this. Let me position myself better. Who shot that shot? Was it the Amagi or the Massachusetts? I'm assuming it was the Massachusetts. I don't believe the Amagi could have hit me from 19.3 kilometers out, but I could be wrong. Alright. Continue focusing on this Vanguard real quick. So, it appears that none of us want to move on to point A, which is understandable. There's an Amagi waiting for us to come into range so it can shoot us. There's a Massachusetts sitting behind the rocks over there. And there's a Vanguard just sitting here getting peppered. No one wants to die. That's understandable. Up, disable the gun. Once that Vanguard dies, though, however, we should do some moving up. Actually, I think I'm going to start doing some moving up now, because he's low enough. And it looks like Gneisenau and Scharnhorst are getting the same idea. Let me line up my 5th gun real quick. Pray I don't take much damage from that. And shoot a salvo on the Massachusetts, who is full health and needs to start being depleted. One broken shell, one bounce shell, not much happening. Okay. Oh, I shall continue to target the Massachusetts, who looks like he's content on targeting me as well. That looks like a good little grouping there. Oh, and yet again we have a broken shell and a bounce shell, and no damage done. So, I suppose we can get into position to take one final salvo on the Vanguard, who is all but finished. Thank you for your service, sir. Oh my goodness, that repair party. Wowzers. That repair party just fixed him up really quickly, huh?
Problem solved, sir.
Alright. So it looks like the Massachusetts has found someone else to bully. And it looks as though we've taken point A. So my call to move forward was the correct one. The enemy team is retreating into the back, being down 4 ships, and not in a good position to do much of anything here. See if I can get one more shot in on the Massachusetts before he leaves. I do. And now we're set to move forward at full speed. Let me check the health of my teammates. Scharnhorst has decent health, Gneisenau has half, and Udachi is, well, barely damaged. Which is a good sign for us, being a battleship unit moving on the left side, or the, let me get the proper coordinates here, the west side of the map. Yes, the battleships have all been chased off out of the game, more so, as they are being forced to retreat. I'm going to take a really risky move that I probably shouldn't do. I'm going to go broadside to Massachusetts. But it looks as though Massachusetts does not have its guns pointed towards me, so I get a break. And that is a Citadel hit. Lots of damage gone there. So it was a good chance to take, and it looks like the Massachusetts will be finished off quite soon. Now, here's where my real job comes in. There is a enemy destroyer, the Chapayev, which is over there. I will alert to my other battleships that we should be focusing on him, so that way our friendly destroyer can get into position to continue torping, well, to start torping the enemy battleships. Oh, and it looks like I got a kill on the Gneisenau that was there. The Amagi is running away. The Massachusetts has been finished. It looks as though this is going to be a win. I'll alert my team one more time to focus on the Chapayev, and we will do so. Amagi just took a good shot at me. Taking a bit of a risk going broadside here, but I want to make sure I get a good shot on the Chapayev before I start turning back in. 9,090 damage. And we need to take care of him so that way, again, our Amagi won't have too much our Yudachi won't have too much difficulty trying to take care of the Amagi that is there. We also have a Hipper that is down on that side of the map, who won't be too much of a threat, but let's see if we can finish him anyway. Just so that way we can get him out of the way and out of our minds. Alright. Focusing on the Chapayev again. Launching a spider plane just because. And it looks as though Yudachi is taking a turn towards point B to attempt to capture it. So that it puts him in direct risk with the Hipper, who could be attempting to go to point B at some time soon. So the Hipper is also going for point C, and he's dead. That is excellent work, team. Okay. Now to focus on the Chapayev and the Amagi, depending on who I get a better shot on. It would have been the Chapayev that I'd be focusing on relentlessly, but because Yudachi is on point B, Chapayev is not much of a threat to him. Take a salvo on the Amagi very quickly, and then I'll take a salvo on Chapayev. This is also one of the rare instances of a Japanese battleship that has torpedoes. Just thought I'd point that out as an interesting fact. Looks as though Amagi is turning in, so I will shoot to hit the Citadel, alert my teammate that he has my support, and well, that salvo was quite disappointing. Not as good a salvo as I would have hoped it would be. Alright. I will focus on Chapayev as soon as I take care of this Amagi, who I hope to kill since he is greatly broadside to me. And I got him. Alright, now it is Chapayev's turn. And this Chapayev is... oh, well. Nope, he's no longer giving too much broadside. We now have all the points. Victory is imminent. Just a matter of will we win by means of points, or will we win by means of destroying the Chapayev? If I had to take a guess, we probably, most likely, will win by points. Doesn't appear as if this Chapayev is giving much leeway on these shots. He's continuously moving, which he should be doing as a cruiser, trying to escape salvos that will end him.
That was a great battle.
Indeed. And that is a win. Alrighty. It appears as though we completed the milestone of earning 750 global XP and are now on to the next weekly Havoc challenge. So, let me go see what that next challenge is, as a matter of fact. Earn 1,000 Commander XP. Well, that should, well, 10,000 more so. That should not be too difficult, though it will take some time. Alright, as I said before, I need to get that Yahagi flag. So, let me activate Tier 4, which I had deactivated for the meantime. Aha! Here is Yahagi. Now, let's see if I can win the matches needed to win in order to get Yahagi's flag. Which, again, I really do like. Alright. 1 second. Trying to get some water. Okay. I'm ready to go. So at the moment I have the Ashitaka flag on my Yahagi. Just for the meantime, until I get the Yahagi. I think I called it the Yamagi. The Yahagi flag. Alrighty. My throat is killing me. Quite literally, since it feels sick. Alright. There's a Hawkins. My first time seeing this one in a game. Alright, and there is a Wakeful. My job as a cruiser is to take care of enemy destroyers, so let me try and chip in with my teammates here to do my job. And it looks as though Kirov has already done it. Good job, Kirov. But Kirov might be taking torpedoes here, which would be unfortunate. Nope, he avoided them. And the sun is glaring in my face in my room. Alright. Let's take care of this enemy cruiser for a second. The Krasny Krem, otherwise known as the Krispy Kreme. Getting a good amount of damage in on him. I'm going to back up and get my guns trained on her once more. Another fire has been set, which is good. This next salvo should kill Yes, ma'am. Alrighty. Time to move on and find more targets to attack. Alright, I suppose that we are focusing fire on the Hawkings at the moment, so I will assist my teammates in doing so. There's a fire. Oh, and there's an enemy Wyoming there that I think I'll deal with as well once we are done with this Hawkings. Alright, one more fire on the Hawkings as he tries to get away. He'll probably have a repair party for that soon. In the meantime, I'll focus on this Wyoming and try to set as many fires as I can. By the way, whoever this destroyer is has done a really good job. He's escorted us. He has kept himself low until that moment there. And he also gave us, the cruisers, the smokescreen. Many people are not aware of this, but the smokescreen is not so much for the destroyers as it is for your friendly cruisers, who need to take cover out in the open at many times in order to be able to attack enemy ships. This should be it for the Hawkings. Oh, and the kill was taken last second by my teammate. Now we have a Wyoming, a Karlsruhe, and a Bretagne right here, who I will attempt to focus on in order to provide assistance to the Koenig, who is extremely low in health and could use this assistance badly. While he's focusing on the Bretagne, I will focus on the Furry Taco. Okay, needs to be let out a little bit more. Right about there. And there goes our friendly Koenig. Now, can me and my assistant Kirov here take care of the Furry Taco and the Bretagne all by ourselves? Well, we'll have to see. I have an idea as to what I want to do, but I would hope that the Kirov would provide assistance in doing so. I want to focus fire on the Furry Taco and torp the Bretagne. I know that the Bretagne will have a very low chance of actually hitting me as long as I stay mobile and keep myself moving. And I don't have to worry too much about the Furry Taco's guns, which are not very good. The only part of this plan that could cause it to go wrong is if my friendly Kirov does not provide assistance. And it doesn't look like he's going to, so this plan could go sideways very, very quickly. Oh, and there's a hit to my Citadel by the Furry Taco. More than likely, he has Yamamoto as his captain. Kirov not assisting me really did put a kick into the plan. And there is the impending death. Am I going to call my Kirov a loser? Yes, I am. He left me all alone. He's not even here. Looks like he's AFK. That's unfortunate. It's been almost an hour worth of a stream. Now, perhaps that doesn't seem like a long time, but for someone who is rather sick in the throat at the moment, I think I'm going to stop the stream for now. And I'm going to perhaps come back later if I'm feeling up to it. I will bid everyone adieu. Thank you for stopping by to watch. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for, well, sitting by and watching. Take care. God bless.